Okay. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining in. We are back with another webinar about data science careers in Germany. We have had 3-4 webinars earlier with people in Germany who are doing this role, and we have understood what actually it entails to be a data scientist. Today we have with us Yamuna. She's also a data scientist in Germany with a company called Leoni Factory Automation Solutions, and more we will hear from her as we progress to the webinar. She did her master's from Otto von Guericke Magdeburg. If I have not pronounced the name properly, pardon me, because I still have to learn German language to pronounce it properly. But this is one of the public university, very, very esteemed public university, from where Yamuna had done her MSc in data science. I think we'll get into details of how and what was the experience of studying in Germany. But let me just start first with a very simple question. Yamuna, can you give us your background about where do you belong to in India, and where all have you worked before you decided to go to Germany?
Okay. Yeah, I've been born and brought up in Bangalore, which is IT city, and I'm fortunate because I got more opportunities and easy flexibility in order to access any of the IT related workloads. And I did my bachelor's in Acharya Institute of Technology in Information Science Engineering, which is also kind of computer science degree. And soon after my bachelor's, I decided to go pursue my next career in EMC Square, which is one of the top leading solution software enterprise storage solution providers in the world. And I worked as a senior analyst for about 3 years, where mainly I focused towards learning the operating system, how data center operations would work, and how we can adapt new solutions, for example, cloud solutions into the data centers. And a lot of communication skills I built up there in terms of talking to a lot of other stakeholders like sales representatives, project managers, and everyone. And I also wanted to do my data science degree in one of the best university, and I decided to pursue my degree or master's in Germany. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, good. I think so. First of all, I think I don't know, I get a lot of students, but I have very few female learners who think about going abroad. I think that's one place where typically Indian mindset is still very, very behind of sending a girl child to abroad. I think your parents must have also thought a lot before you decided to go abroad. So is there anything which you want girls? There are some listeners who are female. You want to tell them?
Absolutely. Girls out there, please do not hesitate on coming out of the box and trying something new. And of course, you must have parent support, otherwise you couldn't achieve whatever in your life. And why I'm here is because of my parents' dreams and my dreams that put all together in one, one framework, and then I'm I'm here. So it's all about don't hesitate and look forward, like how girls can work in IT, or if you have someone saying that okay you can, for example, when I was working back in Bangalore, mostly my shift used to be night. So I also need to give this credit to my parents for believing me, and seeing through my workloads and whatever hard work I had put through, and then allow me to pursue a degree in Germany. And it's very interesting when girls come up in such situations. And trust me, a country like Germany has more women empowerment, and they do give more opportunities equally than men. So
Yeah.
right now when I stand here, I believe I made a right decision to come to Germany, other than all other countries out there. So
Great. So Yamuna, I think when you thought about doing a data science degree, you must have looked at multiple countries. So what made you choose Germany?
Okay.
Is the first question which I have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't just get one day I woke up and then I said, okay, I want to go to Germany. But I had done a lot of research as well. I had initially in my plans to go to USA, which is one of the good countries for IT sector, and Germany was in my third priority list. The second was Australia, and also other European countries like Sweden and Switzerland also offers many great degrees. But Germany, because of first thing, there is low tuition fees. I cannot say no tuition fees, but there is a low tuition fees where you can really afford. And even if people like from average middle class or middle class family can afford utilizing the loan, I utilized HDFC Credila to loan a payment, and then I came here. So it doesn't take much time to repay your loan amount as well. So and also the culturally it's very different, and I really like the way Germans work here. If they're into something, some of the great subjects, they're really into it. It's not like a master of jack of all, master of none. It's really about research and everything you want to do in the subject area. So
About in-depth knowledge. I just
yeah.
wanted to highlight the point which you made here of the affordable education. Actually, I have also done, like, we work with US, we work with Canada, we work with Germany, we work with Australia.
Mhm.
And amongst all the countries, we have seen public university obviously is a very, very low tuition fees. Even the private universities
Mhm.
are offering very, very affordable fees. So, for example, the course which we have, Yamuna, which is in Master's in Data Science, the fees in Germany for 1 year is only 8,788 euros, which is
Mm.
7.5 or 8 lakh.
Yeah.
And if you include the living cost, another 10,330 euro, which you have to deposit, is still under your 20 lakh budget.
Mhm.
And I think before the webinar started, and this information can be found even on the web. The average salary or whatever the salary ranges will be somewhere around 50,000 euros to going up to whatever number 70,000 euros. Even 50,000 euro is around 40 to 43 lakh
Mhm.
easily. So if you are spending less than 20 lakhs and you are getting a year one salary of 40 plus lakhs, so I think you have covered your cost in a year one. And that's the
Absolutely.
beauty of being in Germany, that you have very, very affordable tuition fees.
Mhm.
I just want to add one point, which I think I want from you. I think the other point which makes Germany win over US
Mhm.
will be the quantity of job that they, what's your sense that the job availability, though you have not worked in US, but the competition for a job in Germany versus competition for a job in US, what
Mhm.
will be your sense?
Oh, it's very tricky question. As also my friends are working in USA, I can really compare, and I've made a lot of comparison in very minute details. I can say USA has already began opening up foreign students a long ago than German did, I think, in my opinion. So they really have huge competitions than Germany, and the main skill that Germans really need is German language skills. Other than that, it's all fine.
Yeah, I think we keep hearing about this, and I know you are in Germany. You can add to that part that Germany needs a lot more immigrants to take up the jobs, because the actual Germans right now are old, more or less.
Mm,
They belong to the older generation, the old age people. That's why they need people from outside Germany to come and take up jobs. And
correct.
we read somewhere that there are close to 1 million jobs which are available, which are not yet fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the kind of job availability. So yes, so Germany is fourth largest economy in the world, growing very fast. There are a lot of jobs available, and to top on that, it's an affordable education destination.
Mm-hmm.
And then comes the quality which you mentioned. So I'm sure your friends have done it from US. Quality of education. What do you feel? The quality of education in Germany versus US?
I just can say that doing masters in Germany is equivalent to doing PhD, I can say, doing in USA, because
Yeah.
the amount of research work that we put in and the amount of practical knowledge that we gain is really different than way than USA. So if you go to
Yeah.
USA to pursue some of the degrees, it suggests that you concentrate 1 year maybe
Yeah.
mostly,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
1.5 years. Yeah.
then you straight into the job. And but in Germany, you have to do your master thesis, which is really important for your career, and that really brings a lot of value to what you want to do in future. And when you pick up a master thesis topic, it's in your hands what you want to do in future as a data scientist.
Yeah. I think that is a pivotal point. When you go to US, it's most taught masters, whereas in
Mm-hmm.
Germany you will always have a research because you have to do your research and thesis. And we heard this earlier from another alumni as well, saying that okay, your thesis will determine your future there.
Mm-hmm.
You need to pick the topic which interests you, and that is where you want to build your career. So
Yep.
on that point, what was your thesis topic, Yamuna?
Okay, my thesis was topic I can explain for hours together, but to be summarize it, it's about defining various mission states of mission. For example, if we have an IoT watch with us,
Mhm.
the IoT watch should be able to predict later based on your current state, like whether you're sitting or you're running or walking, something like
Yeah.
that. So
Wow.
this makes same. This is just a naive example, but I
Yeah.
didn't work on a IoT watch. I worked on wind turbines, which is a latest technology. People are moving a lot towards reducing the maintenance cost for these kind of equipments, and they are trying to adapt more data driven solutions. So my
Sure.
thesis topic was with respect to IoT solutions.
Got it. Just for the audience, please raise your questions in Q&A box. It will be very difficult for us to look at the chat box and answer your questions. So whatever questions you have put there, please move it to Q&A box. It will help us in answering those questions. So Yamuna, before we take the audience question, I have
Mhm.
one more question because you studied in Auto One, which is a public university. What was the journey to get into a public university? This question,
Mm.
nearly everybody wants to worship you because getting into public university is really, really tough.
Yeah,
So what were your
absolutely.
great points in India?
Ah, good points. Yeah, this I can say, like, I had a lot of support from my current employer, EMC
Okay.
Square, and I have to mention my mentor's name, Piyush Sarkar, who really helped me a lot, to know my vision in Germany. And he gave me a very good statement, sorry, like a letter
Letter
of
recommendation.
recommendation. Yeah,
Yeah.
and also from my senior management, I got good letter of recommendation, as well as I got it from my HOD from my previous graduation degree college.
Yeah.
And the other main point is your skills, IELTS score, which plays
How much
really.
was yours? How much was required?
Mine was 7. The
Okay.
requirement was a 6.5 or something.
Okay. Is it like 6.5 overall, or is it band wise also you need to get something?
No, overall I got a 7. Uh, the university criteria usually will be 6 to 6.5. So I
Yeah.
could get through it. I could have
Very good.
done it better, but I just had preparation time for 2 weeks, but
Okay.
it's fine.
Good.
And
Good. No, good.
yeah, and I wanted to give GRE, but I eventually thought that since I was also working as a full-time employee, my time was very limited. So I was giving more focus on learning German language and learning programming skills, which is really required, and also mathematical skills for this data science career path. So I could really give much time to give GRE, but if you have GRE, it's very good. I say thumbs up. But if you don't have, no need to worry, because most of the German universities don't ask GRE. But if you really think you can do well in GRE, and if it can give you a good, value to your profile, then you can do GRE. And that's that I can say. And what else? It's all about skills, Ankur, like how you pursue your skills, and whatever you have done in your current position, or if you're working as a full-time employee in India, it should be related to somewhere related to IT, software engineering, and data.
Got
So
it.
and also your motivation letter. And I had a very good motivation letter, so that made me bring here.
And you are among the few I have met who have done their masters in 2 years. Typically, people take more than 2 years. So that
Yeah.
means you did not take any semester break.
No, not at all.
Very
It's
good.
I also had mm, a career, I can say a goal, because I really stood stand and say like, okay, I want to complete my degree in 2 years and I can do it, and I prepared myself. So here is the thing: whatever you want to do here, coming to Germany, you have to plan 4 months before. So that's the trick. You
Mhm.
have to have everything well prepared and then you execute it. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
So it was not at all easy, to complete my masters, even doing a full-time internship
Yeah.
in one of the great employer. But it all, how you manage time, that's
Mhm.
most important, and how you put your efforts. And trust me, I did not take any break, except I think only one break I took for 2 weeks going for a trip with friends. Other than that, I never went anywhere. So,
Okay. So just to add, for our learners, actually, it's way easier to do their master in data science because what they are doing is they are studying 1 year in India,
mhm,
and during this 1 year, they study online with Triple IT Bangalore, and they get the certificate. Post that, they go to Germany and complete the remaining 1 year. So 1 year is still, I think, and that 1 year also 6 months of subjects and then 6 months of thesis and research. So it's relatively easier compared to what you had done, I'm sure.
uh-huh,
Yours was a much difficult job. Here they
yeah,
are able to do this over a
that's
year.
great.
They are working as well. And the fees is very, very less, as I mentioned. They are spending less than 10 lakh in tuition fees, another 9 lakhs in the living costs is
Hmm.
what they will be spending to get their master data science. One question which I want to ask, when you completed your studies, when you got your graduation, how was the experience of finding a job?
Mm.
Is it for getting a data science job in Germany? Are there enough opportunities? How was your experience in finding a job?
I can say there are plethora of opportunities. The only thing what we have to work from our end is building up skills.
Hmm.
So okay, like I did apply to some of the employers and I do get rejections. It's not like I don't get rejections at all. Why do I get rejection is that, for example, there is a data science opening, and they are asking for X and Y and Z skills, and I will only have X and Y skills but
Yeah,
lacking Z skills. So
yeah,
that's the reason. It's nothing bad, because you every day you learn, and you even as a full-time employee you will learn. It's not like you
yeah,
sit back and okay, you have done all your graduation knowledge and then now you execute it. It's not like that at all.
yeah. I think what important point which you have mentioned is the skills. I think people forget about skills and they only think
Yeah.
about getting a job. If you're
Mm.
skilled, you will get a job. I think there was
Yeah.
one good movie which we had all seen, Three Idiots, which talk
See.
about the same thing. So if you have skill, job is not going to be issue, whether you
Yeah.
are in India or in Germany or in US or wherever. So finding a job should be okay if you are skilled. Focus on
Mm-hmm.
skill, focus on getting the right skills. On
Mm-hmm.
that, we see a Pratap Thakur asking a question: how can you please tell all the skills we definitely should build for data scientist role in Germany?
Mm-hmm.
So Pratap wants to know what are the skills which matter when you try to find a job in Germany.
Yeah, I will can only speak for data science. Data science requires a lot of mathematical skills. I can say, from any background, can anybody pursue data science? Yes, it's possible, but only a good mathematician can become a good data scientist. So here I can say the skills you can, since it's an IT overall, you should have programming language skills and mathematical skills, and mainly a research oriented mindset, because dynamically the field is changing every day and you have to sit and work out like how what are the state of the art research that's been in the domain, and so on and so forth, and you'll be fine. And um I can there are plenty of skill sets, Ankur, but each job description is different and it requires different skills. Overall,
Yeah,
as a basic, I can say these three skill sets are very, very, very important.
got it. Good. Uh, People want to know what level of German language you have acquired. So, Yamuna, till
Mhm.
which level of German language do you know? So, this is Digvijay Shinde.
Okay, trust me, when I started as my first job in Germany, I had only A1 language skills. That too not from Goethe, but from InLingua, which is in Bangalore, a private institute, I think. Yeah, and you really don't need a great German language skills to work here in Germany. It's fine because people are adaptive and they are very diversified. And in my team, usually I see a lot of people from Asia, like China, Turkey, and then Syria, and mm, what else, like Canada. So it's very diversified, and they will give some time for you to learn German. But if you don't have German knowledge skills, at least for data science position, it's completely fine. And
Got it.
I'm right now pursuing my B1.
Good you told. So, Digvijay, she is doing B1. So, you can find a
Mhm.
job in Germany without knowing the high level B2 and C1.
Yeah.
Um,
One
but
more thing, one more important thing is that if you know German language, it's very great. I mean, you will be the first preference for any company in that case.
yeah, and it's always good to know German language. So, you should not
Yeah.
avoid. It's not mandatory as we
Hmm.
think, and then we give up. So that's where I think a lot of people don't even try because they think that this is not possible.
Yeah.
I see a question by Satvik Amara. Hello, this is Satvik, and I'm a BSc Statistics graduate, 3 years degree. Am I eligible to do MSc Data Science in Public University of Germany? So, as I understand, public university will require you to have 4 year undergrad, or is it 3 year undergrad is also acceptable?
3 year BSc is fine. I have seen many of my friends in OVGU, Otto von Guericke
Okay.
University, having BSc background with 3 years, but they really have become a good machine learning engineer. So you can go for it.
Yeah, Satvik. So, I think your answer is yes. You can pursue MSc data science even in public as well as in private universities. So even
Yeah.
in our case, you can start with us, upgrad data science program, and do your 2 year degree, 1 year in India and 1 year in Germany. There is nothing stopping you from starting the course, being a BSc graduate. Um, okay, then I think one question. Could you please provide insights on that? If somebody is already doing masters in data science in India, then how can they apply for paid internships and jobs in Germany in our final semester?
Hmm.
So Rajat is trying to understand, if he is not studying in Germany, can he get a
Hmm.
jobs in Germany, or can he get an internship in Germany? Have you
Yeah.
seen anybody? Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible, but you should have a great, like as I said, B1 language skills, German language skills, and you'll be more open. And in terms of what I need to do in data, okay, you can go through LinkedIn. You can send a lot of requests to HR recruiters in Germany, and then you can try that. But the percentage and the knowledge level skills would really you will lack. I can say because Germans really need someone who is really into the skills a lot. So you can try it, I can say, but yeah, it all depends.
Yeah, I think Rajat, answer is that you're doing a master in science. Obviously, you want to leverage it, but in my experience, finding a job or internship from India in Germany is going to be very, very difficult. Earlier,
Absolutely.
it used to. They were obviously work visa of 6 months, job search visa of 6 months was available. At this point in time, I think it's not possible. But yes, keep trying. Who knows? Never say no.
Mm.
I'll just move to the question. Can someone from non-tech background get masters in data science? So Lavanya Thakre wants to know,
Mhm.
if she is not a techie, shall she apply for the master data science?
It's a difficult question, but I think you need to have a lot of preparation work before, doing masters or coming into data science field. Maybe, as I said before, you have to upgrade your skills in mathematics and as well as programming. That's very important. So whatever mathematical conceptual things you have to do in programming application. So it's very important that you prepare yourself, um, so that you can. It's not
Yeah.
impossible, but you can.
So Lavanya, as far as upgrade course concerned, we do not expect you to do non-technical languages. There is a bridge course which will help you do the initial Python and other languages which are required to complete the course. But at the same time, you need to have analytical bent. You need to have research-oriented mindset, and you should not be scared of mathematics, because mathematics will be required. Python and other languages can be taught, but if you are scared of mathematics, I think then it's very difficult to get in data science. But if you are okay with mathematics, I think you don't have to worry. Priyal Sharma, how can you please tell all technical skills we should definitely study for data science? Priyal, and I think there were a few more questions. I think this is part of the course. Go through the course. I think they will tell you about all the skills which are required, technical skills which are required to complete and get a job in data science. Do not expect, maybe the other answer will be, do not go for it without doing a courses. You will not be able to find a data science job without doing your master in data science. So then you are, go ahead, Priyamna, you want to say something?
Okay, I just want to add on to it, because I think that people in the most of their mindset, data science is just one something. It's like a college ninth standard, and then we will go ahead and pass ninth standard, and we will get ninth standard work only in in our job career. So that's really wrong conception. What happens here is data science is vast, and every industry, there are a lot of industries, like for example mine is an automotive sector, and there are certain healthcare sector, and the approach and the skills will be different for two of them. And for actuarial sciences as well, it needs some background with financial understanding and so on and so forth. And in my domain, it needs understanding on how I analyze the time series data from sensors. So it all depends on everything, but what you get in the degree is that the basic understanding on how you approach the data science project. So so it's important that you get a degree here, I recommend, so that you will be open to a lot of assignments and a lot of practical knowledge. So, and also programming experience in the practical level, so you will not have hurdles in your really first job in Germany. So that's the idea.
Guys, you are again putting up questions in chat box. I will not pick that up, so I will request put this in Q&A box so that we can take it up. Opportunities for bachelor freshers for data science or data analyst, Mohammed Faiz is asking. Before Yamuna answers this question, I will tell you, Faiz, data science is a course where your work experience will matter. So if you have some work experience, it helps. You can always relate to, so as Yamuna mentioned, if you're coming from insurance, you can relate insurance in data science. If you're coming from healthcare, you can relate with healthcare in data science. If you're coming from manufacturing setup, you can relate with the manufacturing setup and how data science can help it. At least for a course which we are running, which is with the International University of Applied Sciences, IU, you need to have at least 1 year of work experience. So freshers cannot take that course. What we are giving an advantage is that you can start studying here online, and meanwhile you need to complete your 1 year of experience, so that when you go to Germany you have a 1 year work experience. So that's my answer. Yamuna, you want to add freshers for data sciences? Does it make sense?
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Ankur. What you said really makes sense. So yeah, this is the thing. As I said, as a fresher, you need to also build up a lot of skills at the end of the day to have your first job as a data science. And it's all about how you prepare yourself. It's there is no definite rule, because everyone's life is different, and there is nothing like there is some protocols and we need to follow it. It's all about how you take up things, but the most important thing is graduation, I can say. That gives you most things about how the German culture is, and it exposure yourself to people around you as in Germans, and how they think, and how you can be surviving, getting a job is not tough, I can say. Like surviving the job is most important. So you need to learn that skill as well when you are pursuing your graduation. So
Can you explain data science in a layman terms? Because I think a lot of people are confused with data science, and I
mhm.
think that's why these questions are coming. What skill? So can you just give a
Yeah.
layman understanding of what will be a data science role?
So, okay, I can explain my job role. So right now I'm leading the data science project at Leone. Usually, data science itself has the answer. Data. You all you do is you deal with the data. It can be from sensors. It can be from the text from any of the scraped data from any of the websites, or
Yeah.
it can be from many other sources like cameras, videos, and everything. So here's what I say: like if you really are good at something, like you go ahead. Like if you're good at image processing, you think you can understand that kind of concepts very well, you can go ahead with it. So it's about how you handle the data, and how you build up the applications as well. So here they will require you to have knowledge about the cloud. So
Got
it's
it.
good that you pursue cloud certifications. Like there are for Azure, I think we have associate data science, and for AWS as well. So that's very important. But in order, after you build the models, you need to deploy it, right? So that's the reason you need these skills. And of course, programming. I say a lot of times, and infrastructure. Like I covered cloud infrastructure level and mathematics. So that's all.
So Hema Sundar Reddy, again, I think this is a very similar question what we have answered. Is it possible to take part in the course without having only previous work experience with the degree of BCom computers? Hema, I think I answered this earlier. You can start studying with us at Triple IT Bangalore without work experience also. But before you go to Germany and complete your thesis, you need to get at least 1 year of experience. So BCom computer science is very welcome, not an issue. But you need to complete your 1 year of experience in India before you go to Germany. And that's very, I think, relevant as well. Having some work experience before you do your master's thesis. Um, okay, let me look at what other thing. Yeah, so one question which I remember was there. What is the difference in these job profiles? And you can answer this: data analyst, data engineer, and data
Mhm.
scientist. So I
Okay.
keep hearing these names. What is the difference as per you? Data analyst, data engineer, and data scientist.
Data analyst can't do what data scientist can do, and data engineer can do. Data scientist can do what data engineer and data analyst can do. So it's
So
as
it's a
simple
it's
as that.
it's a top level role of data scientist, which encompasses data analyst and data engineer. So data
Engineer.
analyst is what he's not supposed to do algorithms. He's only looking at the collecting data,
Right.
cleaning it up.
Yeah, he is responsible for data collection and data wrangling, data transformation, and sometimes he can also go ahead one level and apply the model level, training the model and so on. Data scientist job role comes wherein he really deals with the data mathematically by approaching several algorithms and models, because he all do is he will do the trial and error approach for model training, and then he will build up the data. And data engineer needs to make sure that the data scientist get the data whenever it is available, and also to maintain a scalable infrastructure at an industry level. So that's what data engineer do.
Right. An anonymous attendee is asking this question: does a GRE score guarantee your admit in a German university? What would it be a beneficial to a college project or research paper? What is valued more? Um,
Mm.
so GRE, I believe, is not a mandate in
Yeah,
most
it's
of the public universities. Yeah.
yeah. I think except for TU Munich, I think and TU Kaiserslautern, I think GRE not many universities accept. But if you have GRE, then you will have a plus point. I can say it's cherry on top
So,
of the cake.
yeah. So it does not guarantee. So you don't go by just getting a GRE and then saying, "You'll take me in." You'll have to have a good work experience, good letter of recommendation, a
Yeah.
very, very strong SOP or motivation
Mm.
letter, as mentioned by Yamuna. and everything comes together to get you a role in a public university. There was one question I think I saw somewhere, that what is the difference between applied sciences university and technical universities in Germany? Yeah, good.
Yeah, it's in Google, and you can easily approach Google. But for me, I can say in technical universities, you will have the opportunity to pursue your further doctorate, like
Yeah,
PhD. But in Fachhochschule universities, all you do is a practical experience. They will have a lot of lab theories. But in kind of my university, which is research oriented university, a lot of research work is involved.
yeah. I
So.
think that is a very important point which you brought, Yamuna. So applied sciences universities are more linked to industry, and their I think their motivation and their vision is to create a workforce which can
Mhm.
quickly get absorbed in the
Yeah,
industry.
and
And yeah,
adding on, let me not forget this to add on here. Applied science universities will sometimes have mandatory internships. So,
yeah,
and university like research oriented do not care. So they don't even give credit points for your internship. In my case, I didn't get any credit points for my internship, and the applied science universities do have credit points for interns pursuing internship. So all
yeah.
they care is about how you're ready for the industries. So.
Yeah. So if you are looking at applied sciences university, it's more about preparing you with the skills so that you can get job. But if you go to technical universities, you will also get a lot more chances to research and doctorate, which Yamuna mentioned. If you're looking for PhD in future, it will only be available in technical universities, not in applied sciences university. Um, I think there are some. Let me see which is the. I'm in third year of my chemical engineering, but I want to make a transition to data science. What advice would you give me? Um,
Mm.
so you at least have one more year of completing your engineering, then one or 2 year work experience before you think about becoming a data science.
Mhm.
You can start doing courses which are available for free. I think Python is a lot of resources are available to learn Python. You can start learning Python and start doing some initial level modeling. There is a very good course on Coursera by Andrew Ng, which is a good to start if you are like looking to learn a little bit about data science without spending any money. I think I have done it. I will suggest you can start looking at that course. Yamuna, anything you want to add?
To be frank, Ankur, I feel Andrew NG's is a little bit higher level
Okay.
of course, but I recommend doing a lot of projects. Start with Kaggle. It's very good platform where you can see how even the explanation, you can see how the projects have been constructed, so you can follow the same approach. It's not necessary that you initially you build your own project. You go through the project and do some work in your laptop, and then later you try to apply different approach to the same problem statement, and
Yeah,
then you can also post it, and you can compete in some of the well-known hacker rank
yeah,
competitions, and that will gain a lot of value to you, and you can also put it in your resume when you're applying for universities or when you're applying for the jobs. So that's very important.
got it. Let me just say, Susmita Roy wants to know how can I get a scholarship. So, Susmita, I think you have not done your research, but in Germany, if you're going to public university, they do not charge tuition fees. So obviously they cannot give you scholarship. It's a full scholarship if you can get into one of those university. But obviously, as Yamuna mentioned, you need to have very good work experience, letter of recommendation, good IELTS score if you can get it. But even in case of applied sciences university, they are very affordable. Getting a full degree done in Germany within 10 lakhs of tuition fees is a very sweet deal, I'll say.
Mm.
You cannot get cheaper degree or whatever, not cheaper, not affordable degree compared to what you will get in Germany. So any other place you'll go, you'll have to spend a bomb to get your
Mm.
master's in data science.
And also you need to have the skills of the money management, and don't worry, you will learn when you come here how to
Yeah,
manage the money. That's very important. And I also learned personally how to manage my money. Initially I was not good about it, but now I can say I'm just intermediate. And also the level of cultural experience that you get is great. So Germany is always good. I can recommend it anybody anytime. So yeah.
Yeah. There is a question. I think this is for me only. Swayam Siddharth wants to know, where can we find part-time job easily? Berlin or Bad Honnef campus?
Um, I think both have the equal opportunities. We cannot say the word is dynamically changing every day. So, uh, Berlin is a hub. There is no doubt about it. But the other cities also has equal opportunities, I think. So you can be sure that even if you want to move out of some city and go ahead, it's very flexible. So I really have experience of living in 5 cities in Germany. So you don't have to really bother about the location, I think.
Yeah, I think Berlin obviously will give you more opportunities, no doubt. But in case you're going for data science kind of a role, I think the work part-time work opportunities, and if you're from IT sector, might not require you to be present in the
Mm,
premises. That's what is
mm,
happening today. So
mm.
even Bad Honnef can give you a good opportunities to work. Um, yeah, I think Sam has not asked this. So quickly, let me just. How to expertise in data science? I think this question has been answered. I'm not going to spend more time. Can you please tell all skills we definitely should bid for data scientist role in Germany? Already answered, Neeraj. I'm disclosing. Tell us more about data science. What is it? What it consists of? Which subjects do we have to study there? Akansha, all of this is available in the brochure which we have. All the subjects which will be taught, their details available. A very detailed module handbook is also available on data science. You can go through that. Should I pursue master in data science or masters in computer science with specialization in data science? This is Harsh Narola. You had a master in data science, or you have done masters in computer science with specialized data science?
I had a master's in data science. It's also called data and knowledge engineering. So it's more of
Yeah,
like a data mining related degree.
yeah. So Harsh, my answer will be not many universities offer masters in data science. That's my understanding.
Mm,
So masters in computer science with specializing in data science is what most of the university outside India will offer. So specifically in US, if I look at mostly, or Canada also, they offer data sciences specialization. But Germany is one of those countries where I've seen masters in data science course being offered. And honestly, if you have already done your BTech in computer science, or you have done BTech in electronics engineering, and you already had some experience of doing programming, I think masters in data science is what you should spend more time, so that
mm.
you can spend uh, detailed, I think in depth, which Yamuna mentioned in
Yeah.
the beginning. You need to get into depth if you are looking to survive and get a good job in Germany. At a high level, masters of everything and expert of none will not work in Germany.
Mm. And also, if you're looking for any other, roles in Germany, like DevOps engineer and all that, so some of the people who have done graduation in computer science can look forward for that kind of role.
Aditi wants to know, what are the misunderstandings in the data science field in general. I don't know how to answer this question. Yamuna, what are the misunderstandings?
Misunderstandings. What I can say. I want to know what are the misunderstandings then. Then I can clarify.
Yeah, yeah. I think one of the misunderstanding, I'll say, people think data science is tough. It's not tough.
Oh,
A lot of people are doing it, and a lot
mm,
of people are building their career in data science. And this is one of the jobs of future, I'll say.
yeah.
This is where everybody's trying to upskill themselves. So, yeah. Uh, is there a scope for studying cybersecurity and working as a cybersecurity professional? I think, and I don't know your name, but cybersecurity as a career, I think there is no doubt that it is one of the best careers, given that all the data is being put on the cloud, and it is getting hacked every day. Even the government websites are getting hacked. So I don't see a reason why not to pursue a career in cybersecurity. Uh,
Yeah.
but today we were discussing data science, so I will say that, okay, maybe we'll get a cybersecurity professional, then you can ask this question to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm coming from management background in bachelors, can I study data science in masters? Yes, you can. And that's where I said we have a bridging course which helps you in learning programming. you cannot avoid programming if you're trying to build a career in data science. And we help students who are not from the same background to learn quickly programming and then build a career in data science. Yamuna, I believe you want to answer this question. Management background people can, yeah.
Yeah, definitely they can. But there'll be. I have to tell this. I think I didn't mention it before when you asked me the comparison between USA and Germany. So here's the thing. In USA, I think for every assignments you get a credit, but in Germany, for every assignment, they will make sure whether you're eligible to sit in. I mean, apply. I mean, give the exam or not. So that's really tough. They don't give simply credits for your assignments, and the plagiarism thing is very strict here. So you need to make sure that you don't plagiarize any code or any of the theory work from the current research. That's very important. And other than that, yeah, I think this is the main difference, like how USA and Germany educations are different. And as a project manager, when you're coming from the bachelors, it's fine. You can do the data science degree, but given that skills that you need to every week you need to submit assignments, and that will need some programming skills. And if you after the degree, if you think of, okay, I don't want data science technically, but I want to do it as a project manager level, you can pursue some of the courses like Scrum Master or something, and you should be fine.
Do we need competitive programming and DSS skills? I don't know. I'm not aware of what is competitive programming and DSS skills.
Yeah, if you have competitive skills, like very good skills, I believe it's very good.
Yamuna, suggestions for fresher who aim to become data scientist. I think we covered this. She mentioned start with Kaggle and start doing projects there. So I just might mention. What are the best universities to pursue master in data science? I think this you can Google and you will find a lot of things. What Yamuna can talk about is for OVG. What was the name?
Otto von Guericke University.
Yeah, OVG. And what I can talk about is IU, International Applied Sciences. It's one of the best opportunities because the eligibility requirements are relaxed, and you can easily get into studying the data science today. We prepare you for the data science career. So that's what my answer will be, Faz. How is it possible through upGrad that we don't need any language proficiency like IELTS or GRE, etc.? So Abdul, answer is that because when you're studying with upGrad, you're studying in English language. If you can complete the course in English language with the Triple ID Bangalore, then that is sufficient for you to prove your language proficiency. We do not require IELTS or GRE. We only require your completing the Triple ID course with 2.4 CGPA. That proves that you have sufficient English language knowledge. How many years of job experience you have had before deciding for masters? Yamuna, I think you said 3.5 years, huh?
Yeah, 3 years experience.
3 years experience with EMC.
Yeah, 2 years experience, and then I decided, and then 1 year it took for me to apply and financially be ready to come here.
That's one more point, because if you want to study, you don't have to worry about financials when you start with us, because in the first year fees is pretty low compared to what you'll be spending in Germany. And during this 1 year, you can prepare for going to Germany. You'll get your education loan. You can prepare whatever finances as well as your visa requirements are during this 1 year before you go to Germany. How much money, Yamuna, how much money did you spend in your education in Germany, including everything? Do you remember how much have you spent?
Yeah, maybe
living cost itself will be 2 years of living cost will be how much?
It will be more. I didn't calculate, but including everything, I can say 15 lakhs. Just living cost and food expenses. Yeah, and on top of it, you need to find a job here, and it's not that difficult to find a job. And universities do provide high, which is called as like a work student part-time internships for them, or in terms of research or any of the job vacancies. But you will manage, and if you are really not confident to go into technical jobs, then you can also look for non-technical jobs in order to secure yourself. So
how much can we expect from part-time job in terms of remuneration? Neeraj Yadav is trying to understand how much can we make from part-time jobs.
See, the part-time jobs depends on the cities, and in a good cities like Munich, you can expect around 1,800 euros. But in terms of lower cities like 1,200, so I can see 200 to 1,800 is what is expected.
Okay, this is good. And did you do any part-time job while studying?
No, I did my full-time internship.
Yeah, so you did a 6 month of full-time internship.
Yes, with Bosch. Yep.
Got it. Um, did you work during your master's? If yes, how easy was it to get part-time jobs, and did it cover your living expenses? How important was German language after your master's for job? I think we have covered this already, that you did your 6 month of full-time internship. So do not say, okay, the answer to your question on covering your living expenses, it depends on how much you want to spend on living expenses. If you're earning 1,200 to 1,800 per month, you said, Yamuna, then you can easily cover your living expenses, because your living expenses will not cross 900 euros. 850 is what government recommends. So yes, you can make more than what you need to put your for living expenses. But then you need to get a job in IT sector, kind of.
Absolutely. And one more thing adding on, there is another thing, alternative to internship is work student. Here you need to work 20 hours per week, which will save a lot of time for you to concentrate on your academics. So you will get around 1,100 euros per month. So work student is the best way, I think. But I really wanted some data science experience, so I did my internship, full-time internship in Bosch.
And what if my current job is not relevant to data science? Barry Ellen. Barry, I think we mentioned that whatever you're doing, if you can relate it to data science, that is what they require. They do not require you to be data scientist to study data science. So if you have not done anything in data science, it's okay.
Yeah. Only thing you need to think about is how well you prepare yourself. That's what is needed. And nobody knows everything when you comes here. You start building here. So it's okay if you don't know anything and you come, or if you prepare and you will rock it here. That's what I can say.
Minimum GPA required to get admitted into German universities. I think she wants to know public university. For private universities, it's only 50% of your marks in your graduation is what is required. But for public university, I think there's a lot of competition. Yamuna, what's your sense?
a lot of competition. I can agree.
Yeah. So I think there you will need more higher GPA.
Yeah.
Last time when we talked to someone, he said 8+. Now I don't know. Yamuna is tell whether she wants to say yes 8+, or how much GPA is good for getting into a.
I think very good GPA land into TUs, and a very low GPA would land you into some of the other universities where you have to pay more money.
Yeah. And is there a racism? Aditya wants to know. Have you come across any racism?
Not at all. I can say Germans. My initial perception about Germans was they're very rude, but they're not. They're very friendly in working environment as well, and they also talk in English. So there is no racism at all. And I can, it's very free that even at the middle of the night I can go, and it's very secure. So you don't have to worry.
Is studying data science in India gives you a job in Germany? Pratap, I think we have already answered this question for you. You need to try. If you're lucky, you can get. Can a BCA student pursue master in data science? Suggest more courses for BCA student. Akansha, I think you can. There's nothing stopping you. A BCA student can pursue master in data science, have a work experience, and then you can start studying in master data science. More courses for BCA student. MCA is one of the obvious choice. Masters in computer science also you can pursue, and more related to computer science courses. Okay, let me see. Is it possible to take part in the course without having any previous work experience with degree of become computers? Hema have already answered this question. You need at least 1 year of experience. You can start studying now without work experience, but get a work experience during this 1 year before you go to Germany. I'm a mechanical engineer working as GET. Oh, I don't know what is GET. Graduate engineering training, I think. With no programming experience, want to transition to data science. So could you guide about the roadmap? This is Divya Khanolkar. Divya, So having a mechanical engineer, that means is one of the best, I think, your degree when you think about getting data science, because as I think Yamuna can tell, she's trying to create automation for factory solutions. That's what I read in your profile, Yamuna. Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, if you have mechanical domain expertise, it's well and good, and you can have large perspective of how machines work, how robots works, and you can make use of your bachelor's degree in that sense. Because most of us data scientists, when we start our career, we struggle a lot to understand what exactly is the domain. So without domain, if you implement something that's not value to the business, does not make sense. So you're good. If you have mechanical background, it's good. But only thing is work more towards more building more projects in data science, and then you can cover up that as well, and then you'll be fine.
Can we get admission in Master Design Public University if we had backlogs in our graduation, but now we have cleared all of them? So I don't know, Neeraj. I don't think Yamuna or I will be able to answer this question. Just go through the website of the university and figure it out if they accept backlog or not.
Sorry, I can answer that. Can you please repeat the question again?
If he has got backlogs in his graduation, can he go to public university in Germany? He has already cleared all of these backlogs.
Okay, yeah, you can try. There's nothing wrong in trying. You should give a try, I think. So many of my friends who had backlogs did get admissions in universities, clearing it out. So not at all, not problem at all. And they are working really good, and they're making great progress in their career. So go for it.
Yeah. And hi, Ankur, as you said, doing MS from upgrade is very feasible. Do we need to know C1 level German? No, you don't need to know C1 level German. Whoever has asked this question. Yamuna is a very good example sitting here. She only knows till B1 level. So I think C1 is not required. You need to reach to B1. And if you want to work hard, then go for B2. But beyond that is not a mandatory requirement at all. Our courses are all in English, so don't worry. You will be taught in English only.
So you need to worry only when your courses are in German. So if your courses are in English, then no need to worry. And for the job itself, they do not see your certification in general. They see how you speak in German. If at all they require German, so that's what it matters. If you have certification, good, because you don't have any other option in India to upgrade your German language skills. That's why I think most of them go for certification or German classes, which is good as well.
Okay, I'm just now there's so many questions left. I'm just seeing which all we can pick. Do I do a master's in data science or master's in computer science with concentration in data science or ML? I think Hashim, we have answered this question earlier. So I'll leave it. Can we get admissions in master's in data science public university if Germany? We had backlogs in our graduation, but now we have cleared all of them. Balkrishnan, this question is already answered. Okay. Hi, ma'am. This is Aniket. I am third year BTech CSE. I am learning ML. I'm sure you ML and basic data science tool now. So when can I go for master in data science? Until then, what other skills should I learn that can help me in masters? Aniket, I think we answered this question. Complete your BTech in computer science, then do a few years of work experience before you try going to university in Germany. But at the same time, to build your skills, keep doing more work and more projects. Kaggle is one platform mentioned by Yamuna. I'm sure there are many more like that. You can gradually increase your sophistication of programs which you want to write. Okay, we are done with the time. So I just quickly browse through if there is some question. Okay, some people are just repeating their question. From where we should get certified for German language proficiency, which will be counted in Germany? Is there a specific certification agency which is recognized by?
Yeah, Goethe is one of the universities where I think it's in India as well, and so you can go with Goethe.
Goethe, okay. So that's the answer. Rahul, I believe, yes. Rajat God, sorry. Okay, is work experience mandatory, Lavanya? Yes, it's a work experience mandatory. How much will be the cost for living in? How much will be the cost for living in Germany per month? I think you were staying in the university only, or
Yeah.
were you staying outside? What was
No,
the living? Yeah, good.
okay. The 5 cities I lived in. So initially I was in Magdeburg, and there the living experience was very low. Because it's not a metropolitan city or something like that. So around 500 euros per month, my expenses used to cover. But and also accommodation was very cheap. That's very important. And when you come to Stuttgart region, the accommodation is really high, and also the traveling is expensive, because also you need to consider that my university travel was free only for that city, not for other cities. So the expenditure went up to like 800 euros per month. So I think that's fine. As well as Munich as well, same 800 euros per month was the living expenses.
Okay, okay. Now we have completed our 1 hour. So I see a lot of questions. Some of them are repeat questions. So if there are genuinely good, some questions which are left, our counselors will be calling you and will be answering those questions for you. So expect a call from them, and ask as any questions you want to ask from them. They will be able to answer, and we'll continue to bring more and more data scientists from Germany on our platform. Thanks a lot for your time, Yamuna.
Thank
On the
you.
Saturday evening, it is for you. It's
Yeah,
early.
it's afternoon. Yeah.
It's afternoon for you. Great, great.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for your time. It was
Thank
really
you.
pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, Ankur, and all the best for whoever wants to pursue data science. I can say data science enthusiast, and do well in your career, and best of luck.
Take care. Bye.
Bye bye.